Did you go in my backyard?
Yeah.
Get off my property.
Can I show some ID? Show me some ID.
No, get off of my property. You just
Here.
illegally entered my
Legally
backyard.
entered.
Get off my property. No, I'm gonna escort you off my property. Get off of my property right now.
Put your hand down, guy.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me. What is wrong
See
with
that?
you?
You
Did
guys
go
can listen to if you want to while we're here.
Sure.
So, like I told you about the suspicious person following people on the trails. Apparently there was a guy with gray hair.
Today we're heading to New York, where two very different encounters raise the same question. How far can police go when demanding information from citizens? In the first video, a Memorial Day gathering suddenly turns into a heated confrontation after an officer allegedly enters private property and demands identification. In the second, a citizen calmly refuses to answer questions while police investigate a suspicious person report. These videos were originally published by their respective creators, who continue helping educate the public about civil rights and police accountability. Be sure to support the original channels. Links are in the description. Tell them that ID Refusal Cops sent you, because we love civil rights and informed citizens. One question remains: will the citizen comply, or will they stand their ground? Stay until the end, because you're almost guaranteed to learn something new, and you'll probably have a strong opinion about what happens next.
Hey, what are you doing?
So we came in for the loud music, and neighbors complaining. It's too loud, you know. You have something can you lower it down a little, or? Because I saw that these are too huge. You know?
Did you go in my backyard?
Yeah, I'll knock on the door. I'll ring you 3 times. Nobody's there. You don't even.
What is your name and badge number?
Officer Ahmad 7992.
Okay, Ahmad. So you went into my backyard.
Yeah, I opened the door and I see who the residents were. 3 times. Nobody.
Get off my property.
What did you say?
Get off my property.
Get off your property?
Get off my property now.
Okay, that's how you're gonna do it?
Get off my property.
Can I show some ID? Show me some ID.
No, get off of my property. You just
Here.
illegally entered my backyard. Yes, you did. You cannot come into my backyard. Back up. I need you to back up.
Put your finger
Back
down.
up.
Put your finger
Back
down.
up.
Put
You're
your
coming
finger down.
closer to me. Look how close you are to me.
Put your finger down.
Back up. Call your supervisor over here.
Yeah, my supervisor's gonna come in a second.
Call your
right?
supervisor.
Yeah,
Back
he's gonna
up.
come.
Back up. You are on my
I need the
property.
ID. I need
You
the
are on
ID.
my
You
property.
have your ID with you or no?
You're on my property.
What's your name?
You're on my property.
What's your name?
Call your supervisor
Yeah,
here.
I'm here for a reason.
Call your supervisor here.
What's your first and last name?
Call your supervisor over here.
Are you gonna give me your first and last name or no?
Call your supervisor over here.
He's gonna come. You have your ID with you or no?
I haven't broken the law.
You haven't broken the law?
I have not broken the law, no. And unless
Okay.
you better figure out who you're talking to, because I know the law and you went into my backyard. We have a problem. Get off of my property right now.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Get off of my property.
I'm calling the supervisor. I'm coming back right now.
Great.
Stay
Get off my property. No, I'm going to escort you off my property.
The tension rises the moment the officer acknowledges entering the backyard. Instead of discussing the noise complaint, the conversation immediately shifts to identification and authority. Under the Fourth Amendment, questions often arise when government officials enter areas where a person expects privacy. At the same time, simply being asked for identification does not automatically create a legal obligation to provide it in every situation. The conflict here is no longer about music, it's about where government authority ends and private property begins.
I can escort you off my property. This is my property. You
Right
need to
now.
get off of my property immediately.
Back up.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me. What is wrong with you?
First
Back
thing-
off of my property.
First
Back
thing.
off. Back off my
You-
property.
Playing loud music.
You are trespassing.
And
You
Donald
are
Brookhaven.
trespassing.
Are you- do
You
you
are
even know what you're talking
trespassing.
about?
You are
Do you even know
trespassing.
what you're
Yes.
talking about?
You see the sign says no trespassing?
Yeah.
You are trespassing on my property, and you went behind my closed gate. So you
not
are
a closed
trespassing.
gate, it's open.
It's not an open gate. No, it's not.
There's
It
no lock
self-closes.
on it.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. It doesn't
I'll
matter if it has a
come
lock
to
on
see
it.
what's going
It's
on.
clearly
Loud music good, there's nobody
intended to
here,
enclosed
okay?
in a manner. Do you know the
I'm
law?
gonna call my supervisor. It's
Enclosed
gonna be
in a
second.
manner. Yeah. Get off the
Yeah,
property.
he's coming right now.
Yep. How dare you come into my property?
Ask you for it.
I haven't broken any law. Get off my. You are breaking
Law?
the law. You are breaking the
Who's
law.
breaking
You
the
are
law?
trespassing.
Yes.
You are
Do you even
trespassing.
know what you're talking
Get
about,
off of
trespassing?
my property.
I'm gonna go back.
I am telling you.
I'm
I'm
gonna be
ordering
back.
you off of my property.
gonna be back.
I'm ordering you off of my property. Get off of my property. I haven't broken the law. You, officer, are breaking the law.
Okay.
You couldn't even hear my music from outside. Couldn't even hear it. It's all on video.
Okay.
It was on, right? When I came out, right? Yeah, take down whatever license plate you want, but you need to get off my property. Get off my property right now.
Put your hand down, guy.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me. What is wrong with you? Get off of my property. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. I'm not touching you, but you keep putting your hands on me. Are you kidding me?
You're walking into me.
Because I'm escorting you off of my property.
You're not escorting me anywhere.
Get off of my property. Yeah, get your supervisor over here. How dare you? How dare you? And I will still stand here. How dare he push me on my property? This is my property. Get off. And you can see we have, unlike... Hey, how you doing? What was your name?
My name is Suffolk County. It's K-R-O-M-E-R.
Okay, my name is Sean Paul Reyes. I'm here to speak with you regarding an officer that just came to my home,
okay.
Officer Ahmed.
What happened?
So he came to my home and I was inside. We were having a Memorial Day barbecue, had some friends and family over,
okay.
just enjoying the day. And my wife and her friends came running inside to me, terrified because the police officer apparently was in my backyard.
He was inside your backyard?
In
the backyard?
In the backyard, yeah.
Okay.
He came into my backyard. So I came out the front because apparently they had told me he left the backyard already. Okay. So I went to the front of the house, saw him by the front porch, and I said, "What are you doing coming into my backyard?" He admitted that he allegedly tried to knock on the door, and then he went into the backyard. I said, "Well, what gave you probable cause, and do you have a warrant to enter my backyard?" And he said, "No, I just went into your backyard." I told him at that point, he said he'd gotten allegedly a noise complaint from someone. Again, this has happened probably like 5:30-ish.
Okay.
Not loud at all. You couldn't even hear the music from the front yard, which will be on my video camera. But regardless, he went into my property, and then when I told him,
do you have
listen,
any issues with your neighbors? Why would anybody call that in?
I have no idea. Maybe somebody does have an issue. I have no idea. I'll definitely FOIA request the 911 call and stuff like that to figure that out. But I have no idea. Again, it's 5:30 on Memorial Day, right?
Okay.
It's 5:30 on Memorial Day. The music wasn't
doesn't matter,
right, but it wasn't there.
It's a subjective.
Right, it's subjective, right? And there was no
maybe
volume
you have
taken.
a neighbor that works nights, sleeping during the day.
Well, maybe, I don't know. It's possible. But again, the
big
big deal was really not the call. Like, it could have been handled a lot differently. Again,
So
but
what's
I
the
felt
issue?
the issue is that he went onto my property and trespassed onto my property. And then when I told him,
well, if he was investigating loud,
he's not allowed to go past
music.
he's not allowed to go past a closed gate. He can't do that. That is trespassing. You cannot do that. So he can investigate all he wants.
He went into your yard.
He went into my. That's what I was told. That's what he said.
Like, open the gate to make sure
I didn't see it. I have cameras that will.
And then he sees everything's good, and he walked right back to the front.
I have no idea what exactly he did, but he told me he went into my backyard. He admitted that he opened my door and went in my backyard.
Exactly he did. So then.
Well, he admitted he trespassed. But anyway, next thing is that when I went outside to tell him, listen, don't come into my backyard. You don't have a warrant. He became very combative with me. Obviously, I'm just trying to tell him to get off of my property at that point. He says, I need to see your ID. And I'm like, no, I haven't broken any laws. You have no decibel range, or there's nothing going on here that's illegal. We could have had a conversation. But now he's like, let me see your ID. I'm like, you're not getting my ID. You need to get off my property immediately. He then comes closer to me, and I told him, don't come closer to me. Get off of my property right now. I need your ID. I need your ID. Becoming very combative with me. And then he eventually starts leaving. So I was like, I'm going to escort you. He's like, you stay where you are. And I said, no, I'm going to escort you off of my property. You need to get off of my property. He then stops, comes closer to me again, pushes me. He pushes me several times in my chest. And then when I'm telling him, I'm pointing this way, get off of my property right now. Just get off of my property. There's no laws being broken here. He smacks my hand. So
were you guys really close at this point?
Well, yeah, because he kept coming. He didn't want to leave the property.
You obviously when you talk with your hands.
Right. And I was like, get off the property. Right. And
did he feel,
I have no idea what he felt. I have no idea what he felt. But what he should have been feeling was the pavement off of my property. I mean, he should have just gotten off the property and it wouldn't have been an issue. Like, I'm just telling him, go over there, leave my property.
Well, obviously there was.
Well, listen, I love. I understand that. I understand, and I love the cop-splaining you're doing right now, but I just...
Now, the discussion shifts from emotion to constitutional language. The homeowner frames the encounter around three concepts that frequently appear in civil rights litigation: warrants, probable cause, and physical contact. Whether those claims are ultimately supported by evidence is a separate question, but they immediately raise constitutional concerns under the Fourth Amendment. This is the moment where many viewers stop focusing on personalities and start asking whether established legal boundaries were respected. The answer often depends on facts that emerge only after body camera footage and official reports are reviewed.
Somebody, a law enforcement officer, your supervisor, and I'm just letting you know, a law enforcement officer came into my backyard, at least that's what he told me, I have to check my cameras. A law enforcement officer came into my backyard without a warrant, without probable cause of any crime, and then pushed me several times while I'm telling him to get off of my property. I don't care what you're investigating. He's not investigating a crime. That's not a crime. So when I tell him to get off my property as a property owner, I pay way too much money to the Suffolk County Police Department and to the town of Brookhaven to have somebody who's on my property that I pay for, a public servant. When I tell him to get off, he needs to get off immediately. Not lollygag, not push me, not smack my hand away. Just get off my property. And then when I told him,
at no point were you stepping into his personal space.
No. He stepped in. This is exactly when he stepped. No. I'm going to tell you everything.
What we'll do is I'm
going to tell you everything. The body camera. Sure. Yeah. No. He pushed. He came closer to me after I told him to leave my property, and then I told him to get off my property, and then he says, "I'm going to go get my supervisor." Because I told him I want to speak to your supervisor right now. He kept telling me ID. I said I haven't broken any laws. I know the law. You know I know the law. So I was telling him I'm not providing.
I don't know.
Okay. So we've never met. But I'm assuming because of the way he acted afterwards, there was some sort of internal, I guess I'll try and get the phone calls and stuff like that, but I'm assuming there was some sort of internal communication about who I was, because
you spoke to him after?
No, because I told him to get off the property. I told him I wanted to speak to a supervisor. He said, I'll be back, don't worry. So he goes to his car, because I'm going to get a supervisor. He goes to his car, I'm waiting by his car. About 10-15 minutes pass by, he gets on the phone, he's talking to somebody. He took my license plate number so he can obviously try and figure out who I am, right? And then he immediately just takes off, speeds off through my neighborhood without providing a supervisor, without any sort of conflict resolution of what was going on, my complaint right there. And that's when I drove over here to speak to you, and that's why I'm assuming he knows who I am, because why wouldn't he just get a supervisor there? He told me, he was so tough telling me, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to get your ID. And as he put his hands on me, but instead of just getting a supervisor there, he kind of just ran away.
I'm not sure. I didn't speak to them.
No. Again, it's all on video, and I have no problem sending it to you.
I wasn't there at the scene.
Right.
I don't know why, just going off of what you're telling me, that if he got a loud music complaint or a loud noise complaint, he would have been trying to make sure everything was okay. I don't know if he entered your yard or not. He's gonna.
Well, the camera will tell, right? And I'll have a camera on my end, my security cameras. Yeah.
If he opened up, did he break a lock to get in? Was it locked?
No, he didn't break any locks to get in. No, but
So
he went past the criminal trespassing statute,
He
officer.
just looked in.
I have no idea. I
to
need to
make sure
watch
he's
it.
okay?
I don't know why would anybody not be okay for a noise complaint.
No idea.
Right. Exactly.
You
Doesn't
get a
make
complaint,
any sense,
there could
right?
be any reason. Why would somebody play loud music if they want to cover something up that they're doing? Nobody knows if he's not going to.
But he didn't have any other reasonable suspicion to
If you're
suspect
knocking
there was a
If I'm
crime.
going up and I'm knocking at a door, I get a report of loud music.
Right,
I'm
and that's
knocking at
it.
the door, I got no answer, nothing's going on. I see cars are there, but I don't see anybody answering. I look around, I take a peek. Did he peek into the yard? Did he walk?
Again, I don't know
As soon as he
exactly
looks
how
into
it went
the yard
in.
and he
I
sees
have
somebody.
He
does
told me,
continue to enter the
to
yard?
my knowledge, I haven't seen the video camera footage yet. I came straight here, but to my knowledge, he told me he went into my backyard, and based on the reports of my family members and friends, they told me he went to the backyard. So I will have the video of it. But again, I'll have the video of it.
If he pops his head into the yard, he sees everything's okay, then he walks right back.
Right.
To the front.
Well, he's not
Tries
supposed to be
have a
opening my
conversation-
gate. He's not supposed to be
tries
opening my
have a
gate.
Conversation with you.
But there's no
Clearly-
crime taking place at
clearly
that
it didn't
point.
go well.
Right, but there's no crime taking place, officer. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Sergeant. There's no crime being
He's
taken
trying to
place.
figure that out. Okay, he doesn't know what's going on right
Right.
now. If your music was too loud, going against town ordinances, I don't know. Okay?
Right.
I wasn't there.
Right.
right?
Oh, right. And he wouldn't have known.
Obviously, you have a neighbor. Or somebody in
The neighbor is
vicinity
the least. Listen,
that-
it is what it is.
felt that music was
If
too loud,
a
and
neighbor
that's
wants
not
to be, listen, that's fine. If a neighbor wants to be annoying on Memorial Day about me, listen, there's a plenty of space. That's fine. They could do that, and I'll take it up with I'll have a conversation with them, and I wouldn't have an
Should
issue
they
with
have
it.
come to you first? They probably should have.
Probably, right? But
But that's not what people
but
do.
law enforcement ended up coming to me first,
Yeah.
and then coming into my backyard. That's what I was told,
Well,
and then
if
putting
he-
his hands on me and
if he
pushing me.
went into your yard, the only thing with that, and I have to check the body camera footage.
Right.
Is if he came up to you, put his hands up on you for no reason, Okay, that's something that I'm going to have to deal with my officer. But if while he's sitting there having an interview with you, and he felt that you were entering his personal space, and he's keeping you,
But he's on my property. No, he could just leave.
And then I see how with your hands,
Right.
You know, you're talking. If you're right here,
Right.
you're raising your hand, and
Right.
he's keeping your hand away.
Couldn't he just
So
leave the property if he was so scared or felt threatened?
If he was trying to figure out what's going on, we can't just always just vacate something if we feel threatened or scared. If we're still trying to figure
Your
out
feelings have nothing to do with my property. Like, it's just my property.
So he was trying to get to.
Like, I just wanted him off of the property.
He was probably trying to have a conversation with
Well,
you.
no,
but
because
not
I didn't. I was not yet. It was never going to have a conversation with me once you entered in my backyard. Okay, there was never going to be a conversation.
Okay, so right away,
There was
you were
never
already
gonna be.
not going to have a conversation with him.
Well, no, I
You
want
shouldn't have
the
a
only conversation I wanted to have with him was get off of my property, and he should have complied because that's the law.
You were entering that conversation. You started that conversation off
Because
close.
a member of
You were-
law
you were
enforcement
very
entered in my
close.
property. Yes,
So,
I was.
would
I
this-
just want him to leave.
Would this have gone better if you just, you know, the music wasn't?
Would
that
have gotten
loud?
better if he just didn't go in my backyard. Yep,
Okay,
you're right.
officer
It would
comes,
have.
knocks on the door. Hey, I'm getting a report of loud music. So the music wasn't that loud. I
Right.
apologize for, or whatever. I don't
Right.
know why a neighbor
Right.
would have called that in.
Right, I don't know either.
He's allowed to ask you for ID. You're allowed to say no, which you did.
Right.
Okay. Did he force you to give him ID?
No, he told me he said he was going to come back and enforce me. He's I'm going to go get my supervisor and I'll be back here. But again, there should be no reason why he's putting his hands on me.
You know, he asked you for ID. You didn't give it to him. You told him no. He didn't force you to give ID.
No, he did not
He
force
took down
me.
license plates because this is public view. He's allowed to take down license
Right.
plates.
But this is private property, and I told him to get off multiple. I gave him multiple. So does trespassing,
guessing he drove
officer?
away
Does the
and-
trespass? Let me ask you something, Sergeant. Does the trespassing law apply to members of law enforcement? Does the trespassing law apply to them?
You told him to leave your property. Okay, when you
Multiple times, right?
Okay, multiple times. He was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, that's what it sounds like. It sounds
Okay.
like he was trying.
So you're
to figure
telling me
the
that
situation
law
out.
enforcement,
And then
Suffolk County
you-
Police, are above the trespass law?
You don't give him ID.
I don't have
You
to.
don't. I'm just saying. You
Right.
don't give him ID. He was asking. You don't. And I'm guessing that it was clear at that point, or that maybe the music wasn't as loud as, you know, maybe it wasn't loud enough to do anything about it. I have no idea. And then so he leaves, goes back to his car. I don't know who he spoke to. Okay, I don't. And eventually he leaves.
So he didn't speak to you because he said he was calling a supervisor. I'm sure there's multiple. I know. I'm sure there are.
But no, he didn't speak to me.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. If he spoke to you.
Until
You know who I'm referring to when I say Officer Med? I don't know his badge
I
number.
do. I know who you're speaking about.
Okay.
I know the officer, but I just
want to make sure you know who I'm
until we
speaking
spoke,
about.
you know, right now.
No, I understand, and like I said, I would have no problem. You know what? I'm gonna follow up with internal affairs in Hop Hog, and then again, I just wanted to bring it to your attention because I think he committed a crime, at least a harassment or possibly criminal trespassing. Because when the law in New York State is criminal trespassing is if you go into an area that's designed to exclude intruders. Obviously, a fence is designed to exclude intruders, and the officer allegedly, again, I'll see the video camera, allegedly crossed into my property.
You know, is whether the fence is designed to keep somebody out or keep somebody from.
Well, if it's
getting in,
enclosed,
it's their story.
right? We'll
But,
see.
You know.
All
I
right.
just,
Well, like I said, I'll go to internal affairs and Hop
I mean,
Hog.
you can do that.
Yeah.
What were you looking at?
I wanted to let you. I want to put in a complaint, but it seems to me, you know, whether you want to investigate on your own. I don't know how this works internally.
I'm gonna have to see
Right.
what's
Look at the
going on.
body camera
I'm gonna
footage.
have to.
Right.
And then if I see anything that was done wrong, it's something that I'm going to have to follow up with this officer on.
Right.
But something that I suggest you do, call internal affairs.
I will.
It's there.
I'll go there. Yeah.
I'm
In
not.
Hop Hog, 4th precinct, right?
Hop Hog is.
That's where they're at, right?
It's by, yes, it's part of the.
Yeah. Okay.
Over in Hop Hog. Do you have their information?
No, I have it. Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to speak to me again. I'm
not trying to.
It seems like you're kind of minimize it a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you.
Like,
Like, seems like everything I'm telling you, you're just like, but maybe this, but maybe
I'm
that.
giving you an explanation for things, okay, based on what a reasonable officer would
Right.
be going through.
All right. Well, we can make the determination whether it's
I have
reasonable
to-
after the video.
I'm going to have to watch his body camera.
Right.
See, because if there's anything egregious or anything that he did wrong, it's something that I'm going to have to deal with.
Okay.
Okay, but
All
I
right.
can't just go off of just what you're saying.
All right.
Okay?
No, of course not.
I'm going to have to do that as well.
Of course not. Yeah, I'm just
Okay?
giving you my side of it, and do you have a card where I can email you the video footage so you can have it?
Yes, I can get you some.
Okay.
I don't have a card, but I can get
Something
write
where I
down
can.
my information in my
Okay.
email.
Yeah, so I can send you the video. That's it.
I can do that.
Yep.
Just give me one
No
second.
problem, Sarge. Thanks. Yeah. Yep.
This is is me, my name,
Okay.
Sheila, my email, and then just so you,
Yep.
I know you said you had it. But
All right, I appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Internal Affairs. Okay. Yeah, I'll shoot you over the information so you can take a look at it objectively.
Yeah, then I can take it from there. And
Right.
I also have to, right now, I'm going to be reviewing the file.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate your time. Thanks.
One encounter exploded into a heated dispute over private property, police authority, and a demand for ID. But what happens when a citizen takes the exact opposite approach? In our next video, watch how a calm, silent response creates an entirely different outcome and raises just as many questions.
Good?
I'm fine.
Okay, I mean, you're shaking a lot.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm finally getting it to record cops.
Okay, fair enough.
Could you state your name and badge number for the record, please?
Yeah, sure, it's Lubecker, 1393.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You're not in any trouble or anything, I don't know. We just got a call about someone out here that was following people around. So, I'm just out here to see what's going on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, I mean, are you doing that? Because, again,
I don't answer questions.
okay, you don't answer questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to make you again. You're not in
Well, of
trouble.
course. Well, you can't.
Well, yeah, I know. No, that's a given. You're not in trouble or anything. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because people are concerned, you know. But you don't answer questions?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, that's fantastic. I appreciate it. I'll be right back, all right?
Sure.
Yep.
I'm fine.
My name's Corporal Hammond. My badge number's 959.
Oh, thank you for your professionalism.
Thank you. I got a camera too. It's being recorded, audio and visually. So how you doing today, sir?
I'm well enough.
Did he tell you why we were out here?
Said you were looking for somebody that was following people?
Yeah, that's what the original call came in. Said that
You have a
been here
description?
before. Yeah, you matched the description.
I matched the description?
That's right.
Really?
Yeah, long white beard.
Long white beard.
Yeah, white male, white hair. So, he's gonna call back the lady right now and get a little more information. And then we'll probably just be on our way. Okay. Do you live
Sounds
around
good.
here?
I don't answer questions.
Don't ask her any. You don't answer any questions. Okay.
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Well,
Notice what happens here. There is no yelling, no threats, and no dramatic confrontation. The citizen simply draws a line and refuses to answer investigative questions. Under the Fifth Amendment, individuals generally have the right not to provide potentially incriminating statements to the government. Whether remaining silent is strategically wise depends on the circumstances, but the interaction demonstrates how calm restraint can completely change the tone of a police encounter. The most powerful moment is not what he says, it is what he chooses not to say.
you have to be charged with something.
No,
I mean, you don't have to talk to me.
my right is my right. I exercise it when I want, not when you say I can.
Oh, you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to.
Well, I don't mind talking to you. I just said I don't answer questions.
Well, normally when you talk, you have to respond back with an answer or a question.
I'm talking to you right now. I'm not answering your question.
How you doing today?
I'm fine.
That was a question and answer.
Yeah, I choose what questions I
Okay,
answer.
I got you. It is a nice day out today.
It is.
You want me to come here and walk around, or?
That's a question I will answer for you. I've been sitting in my truck the whole time I've been here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't been out walking around at all. I come here to smoke a cigar every once in a while.
10-4. I've never been here before. Is this a horse spot where people ride their horses?
Yeah,
Can
yeah. I
walk
mean, you
on
got the horse trailers there. Yeah, a couple of people have been here riding horses and have left.
And there's walking paths too, or
I'm sorry, what?
there's walking paths as well?
Oh, well, all the trails here. I mean, you can either walk, bike, or ride a horse, except for the Cody Jean Trail, which goes through those pines up there. That's hikers only.
Okay. You can't bring horses up there.
No, or bikes. But everything on this side, it's open for whatever use. Did you run all the rest of these people's tags?
No, well, we got caught here for you, so.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a call for service in reference to you following people.
Just out of curiosity,
Yes, sir.
am I being detained?
No,
No.
you go.
Okay.
No. No, like I said, I mean, I don't know one way or the other. You're not in trouble for anything right now. We just got a call in reference to you following people. So
A man matching my description following people.
yeah, there's nobody else here matching your description.
Well, he could be out there somewhere.
Well, no, that's a pretty good description.
Yeah, not many people.
Well, if somebody's going to call up and give you that kind of a description, I'm going to tell you that person was lying.
Okay, yeah. I can't say who's lying.
Well,
That's why I'm not here. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to answer questions, so I'm not going to figure out accurately what's going on. But it's alright. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's true. I don't know if it's true or not, but I guess just don't follow people, alright?
Just
That's it.
Okay.
You're not in trouble. You're good to go. But
Yeah.
people are, I don't know. You're saying you're not. I don't know the truth. Maybe you are. People are concerned by it, so just, try to maybe stay further back. I don't know. Don't give them that impression, all right?
So what we're gonna do
You're
is
good.
we'll just document that we talked to you, okay? And then he'll take a picture of you, and then we'll put that in a report, and we'll be on our way. Sound good?
whatever you want to do, man.
Thank you.
I mean, you're the police officer here.
You're good to go, sir. All right, have a good day.
Take care. Nice talking to you. Bye. Whoa.
Beautiful dog. Is that a Weimaraner?
No, it's a chocolate lab.
Oh, chocolate lab. Oh, okay. Hi, buddy.
Yeah. Hey. What's you recording there?
The cops
Just for.
always film police.
Oh, okay.
Also, they made contact with me, so apparently some woman called in and said that there was a man following people around here at the park.
Huh.
And the officers claimed that I matched the description: long white beard, blonde hair. Odd thing is, I've been sitting in my truck the whole time I've been here. I haven't gotten out at all until they came here.
Oh, interesting.
So when you pulled up and I assume your wife got out, I thought maybe she was the one that reported.
No, they're talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Something else going on. Yeah. You come here often?
Occasionally.
Okay.
I like to come here and smoke a cigar.
Okay. You take a hike a little bit, or?
Well, I'm a little out of shape to be hiking.
Oh, you mainly just come and sit in the car?
I used to come here a lot and hike. Hiking, biking, all that. That was when I was much younger, but these days I got a bad knee. I got gout in both feet. No, don't get to the trails as much as I'd like to.
Yeah, they have some auto thefts around here. So.
Auto thefts.
I mean, not auto things, people breaking into cars. taking stuff.
Oh yeah, smash and grabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work at a park down in Montgomery County. We had a problem with that going on there. You know, people coming into the parking lot and they see nobody around, so they just break open a window and take whatever they could find.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're back, sir.
I can see that.
You guys could listen too if you want to while we're here. So, like I told you about the suspicious person following people on the trails. Apparently there was a guy with gray hair.
After nearly the entire encounter revolves around suspicion, the officers returned with a different answer. The person they were looking for is apparently someone else. This moment highlights an important principle of American policing. Officers can investigate reports, but investigations must ultimately be tied to facts rather than assumptions. Watch how the tension quietly disappears the moment the description no longer fits. Sometimes the most revealing part of an encounter is the ending, not the beginning.
Neatly dressed following like women around the trails when they're walking their dogs. It's not you. All right.
Yeah, very
so
good.
I was wondering, since you were here and you were filming and whatnot, have you seen anybody that had gray hair?
Actually, no. I've seen several people come and go. Most of them I didn't pay attention to. I didn't recognize or notice anybody with a beard or gray hair or anything like that. So they may have been here. I don't know.
Okay.
More description? Gray hair?
Gray hair, maybe in their 50s. They actually had hiking boots on and shorts.
Oh,
And you said
and shorts.
and a beard?
Yeah, so that, yeah.
Oh,
Well, you know, us
Well,
bearded
now-
people.
like height. Height was.
5'10", 5'11".
I'm 6.
I come up here a lot. My dad works up here a lot, but he doesn't fit that description.
Oh, who's your dad?
Zach Carantonis. He does all the trail maintenance, a lot of trail maintenance, and did all the signs and everything.
Yeah, so he works for state parks?
No.
So, oh, he doesn't? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we have our camera recorded.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is great. I love,
No, but he's up here a lot, so I can have him keep an eye out too.
Okay. We're documenting everything,
Yeah.
and then we're going to notify DNR, if there's a National Resource Police, about it too, just so they could, walk on the trails. And we'll notify our shifts too, so when we can come out and walk and check the area as well.
Any time frame of when it happened and whereabouts?
Happens
Around lunchtime usually.
Yeah, lunchtime.
Oh, usually it's more than one
Happened twice.
Yeah, second few.
in like the last week, or like what's the?
Within the last week, yeah.
Oh.
So one happened like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah,
3
one
or 4
happened
days ago,
Thursday.
and then one happened today.
Yeah.
And he said he was like well dressed, but with hiking boots.
Yeah, hiking boots.
well dressed.
We got a little bit more of a description.
Huh, that's good.
And then it looks like he's been singling out young, like 20-year-old females.
Yeah.
And he's still following with the dog. And he followed one girl over 1.5 miles.
He has a dog.
No, he was
Oh.
following the girl with the dog.
Yeah, yeah.
She was out over 1.5 miles. She got really freaked out and walked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 2 different people that saw the guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If you hear
Well, let
anything,
your
I'll
friend
let you
know.
know.
Yep, you guys
All
have a
right,
good day.
thank
all right?
you.
Appreciate it. Have a good day, sir.
Take care. Hey, and be safe out there, man.
Thank you.
Two encounters, two completely different approaches. One citizen stood his ground during a heated confrontation over private property and identification. Another stayed calm, answered almost nothing, and watched the investigation slowly unravel on its own. But both stories lead to the same lesson. Knowing your rights is often more powerful than raising your voice. In moments like these, the biggest question isn't whether police show up. The real question is whether ordinary citizens understand the limits of government authority and the protections guaranteed by the Constitution. Whether you agreed with these citizens or not, one thing is certain. These encounters force us to think about freedom, accountability, and the balance between public safety and individual liberty. If you've ever been asked for ID during a police encounter, share your experience in the comments below. What would you have done in either of these situations? Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another real-world lesson about civil rights and police encounters. Because at the end of the day, you don't need to stay silent. You need to understand the law. In this country, freedom is not something you ask permission to use, it's something you exercise responsibly. This is ID Refusal Cops, where knowledge defeats intimidation, where accountability matters, and where your civil rights remain your strongest defense. We'll see you in the next one.